Jay-Z is the first celebrity to be accused of sexual assault in connection with Sean Diddy Combs. There is breaking news from just late last night of an amended lawsuit. The lawsuit accuses Combs of raping a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. But that lawsuit, we learned last night, has been refiled and now includes allegations against Sean Carter, which is the real name of Jay-Z. Let's bring in Angie Seth, who has all the details for us of this story. And again, now, Jay-Z implicated in the lawsuit involving Sean Diddy Combs.
Indeed, Jay-Z, the husband of Beyonce, so we're also sort of tracking to see any reaction that's also coming from this. But if we go now to what this lawsuit is about, Heather, the accused, as you mentioned there, 13-year-old girl, not being named, we're naming her as Jane Doe, as is named in the lawsuit, accusing both Sean Diddy Combs as well as Sean Carter of raping her. Again, we also want to remind our viewers, this is a difficult story. Some of the details here can be difficult to listen to. But what the accused is saying is that this happened at an after party. One of the drivers of Sean Combs took Jane Doe to this party. Apparently it was said that she signed a document referred to as an NDA before entering the party, was given a drink, felt woozy, went into a room, lie down, and then the accused says that's when the alleged happened by both Combs and Carter, also saying that an unknown woman was also present in the room. Carter is denying these allegations, did release a statement. This was on Rock Nation, and we're going to read a bit of this statement for you here. So Carter says, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. Carter goes on to say, I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes of honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Interestingly enough, of course, there was a response from that lawyer, Tony Busby, who has been involved in these lawsuits. And he says, in part, what he fails to say, and he's referring to Carter, what he fails to say in his recent statement is my firm sent his lawyer a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim, and that victim never demanded a penny from him. Instead, she sought only a confidential mediation. As far as the allegations in the complaint filed, we will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media. And interesting as well with this, Heather, is, of course, that mediation that was offered there. Instead, a lawsuit was then put against the lawyer. We're also noted that in Sean Carter, Jay-Z's statement, he only refers to the lawyer, but not the accused.
We all know Jay.
In any of this.
So once he does what he did, how he did Rockefeller, why do you think he'd do anything else? That's Jay. Those principles don't mean anything. Jay runs with the bag, period. That's it. All right, cool. So if you that man, that's on you. I'm not going to be a wet wounded duck. Oh, this nigga, you know, he played Rockefeller, he played Biggs, he played everybody. No, we all know we did that. Y'all just wasn't saying shit. We all know what Jay did and how he did it. You know, there is no more Rockefeller.
A civil lawsuit has been filed against Jay-Z, saying the rapper 13-year-old girl back in 2000. The suit alleges that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, girl after the Video Music Awards alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The victim says she was invited to an after party after being spotted by a limo driver and was then assaulted by both rappers. Jay-Z is calling this a blackmail attempt. He released a statement on social media responding to the lawsuit.
Some of your letters, man, because you know a lot of them hit the internet, man. One of the things you were talking about a lot while you were in prison was a lot of the conspiracy theory stuff, Illuminati stuff. Do you still believe that?
Yeah, it's real.
Talk to me about, because I remember, can we bring this up real quick? It's just it's from your letter. I'm going to read it. It says, the exact moment in time when I discovered that the entire planet was being lied to and was put upon a spell to keep us unaware of it was back in 1996, around the time Biggie got locked up for the tech in his house. And then there was something else here that I thought was interesting. You said Jay-Z knows the truth, but he chose sides with evil in order to be accepted in the corporate. Jay-Z conceals the truth from the black community and promotes the lifestyle of the beast instead. Here are some lyrics from his recent collaborations. One he did with Rick Ross on the song Freemason, as you just pointed out. Jay-Z sort of rebuffed the idea that he was a member of these secret organizations. I said I was amazing, not that I'm a Mason. And then on more recent song, Devil Is a Lie, on Rick Ross's new album, Mastermind, he says, am I down with the devil because my roof come up missing? Is that Lucifer juice in that 2-cup he's sipping? That's Duce, baby, welcome to the dark side. Sort of speaking to this idea, ironically, to some extent, that his success is being linked to membership in some secret organization as opposed to what everyone else is successful for, you know, hard work and luck and sweat and all those other things. Rahel, what does it mean for someone like Jay-Z to engage and address those who believe he's part of the
Because they're better or more creative. Understand what you're looking at when you see somebody like Jay-Z is somebody who took an opportunity, Saturn in Taurus, okay, retrograde. Somebody who took an opportunity to step out of a comfort zone and into one that they thought, and this is a greed level, I want fame, I want success, I want money. It's not just I'm a businessman. And he is using his queen, which is Queen B, Beyonce, to help him maneuver in that fashion. But it's interesting because what I see is the wax is melting on the candle. So that tells me something as I'm saying it, that these two engage in ritual expression involved with fire, candle magic, which is really kind of novice. Like there's higher levels. Candle magic is a novice beginner way to manipulate energy, but I'm seeing them melt like wax candles. So the facade that they both have and that their family has is actually crumbling right now. You will see it within 3 years. There are legal troubles for Jay-Z that come up in November, and they come attached to another person, but not a person that you actually think, which would be P. Diddy spilling the beans as he gets dragged into court. No, it's not P. Diddy, it is somebody else. And I'm kind of swinging around to Justin Bieber. Like I'm looking at the people up there, and I'm kind of torn between Chris Brown and Justin Bieber. But I'm going the Justin Bieber way here because Bieber is involved in this sideways. Okay, so there's a sideways connection to Bieber, which I'm sure they're all in the industry, different forms of expression, but they're all in the industry. So this makes sense to me. And then when I look at Jay-Z and Beyonce, I see the fading on the candle. The wax is melting. They are what we would consider to be high-level government experiments. I'm going to put it that way. It doesn't start off that way. It doesn't start off that way, but that's what they are. That's the cat jumping in for her opinion. She feels like she needs to talk. Anyway, their expression is this is a government operation, and it's no longer working, so that Jay-Z will be brought back and remolded in a different form. So they really have no ability to control the outcome of what is going to be happening.
And we see the anonymous accuser here alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an MTV Music Video Awards after party. This lawsuit was originally filed in October, just today refiled to include Jay-Z. I mean, let's start with the basics here. What are you learning about this? What is standing out to you?
Well, what is standing out to me is she was very specific about several things. She describes the house, she describes the driveway, she describes the exact assault, what happened. She talks about various stages of things that occurred. And I think that this is good because this way it can either be corroborated or not corroborated. So she's painted herself in a corner.
Why add Jay-Z now if this originally was filed back in October? Why not do it then?
Very interesting question. I think, we're seeing the same attorney for many of these complainants. And I think we're going to see more and more people added. I think there's a lot that they were looking to prove, and maybe they didn't quite have what they thought they needed to file against Jay-Z initially.
We always appreciate the insight and time. Jennifer Coffendorfer, thank you.
One of the limousine drivers she spoke to claimed to work for Diddy, the lawsuit read. He told her that Combs liked younger girls and said that, quote, she fit what Diddy was looking for, not allowing her into the awards, but inviting her to an after party. The 13-year-old, quote, recognized many celebrities upon arrival at the party and was required to sign a non-disclosure agreement. However, she was not given a copy. Combs, who would have been 30 years old at the time, then allegedly attempted to force the girl to perform on him. He stopped after she hit him in the neck, according to the lawsuit here. So now Jay-Z being accused in this now 24 years ago of a 13-year-old alongside Diddy at an after party here. So